Hi friends, it's Dina here. Before I say anything else, let me say that this podcast is for me as well. I need to hear this. I need to say it out loud, to believe it, to hold it, to remind myself that I'm not powerless. And that's why we have a cold open today. So if you're listening and you feel like you're walking through this world a little more afraid than you used to be, then maybe this one's for the both of us. Today's episode, it isn't very polished. I'm here in the living room. It's not a celebration. It's actually a reflection. It's a reckoning. And it's a vow. We're living through a time that feels almost surreal, even dystopian. You feel it? I know you do. It's in the air. It's thick with fear and frustration. The way some people just talk about us trans folks like we're not even human. Like we're threats instead of neighbors, artists, daughters, sons, lovers, and leaders. The loss, the rhetoric, the cruelty. It's all escalating, and it's terrifying, and it's personal. And we can't ignore what's happening on the bureaucratic levels, the quiet coup that's unfolding in khakis and flag pins, the Trump-era movement with its cultish loyalty and anti-democratic hunger isn't about loud rallies and bad merchandise. It's about gutting vital institutions from the inside out. It's about the installation of loyalists, the redefinition of truth, the erasure of checks and balances, and the reprogramming of government to serve ideologies, not people. The possibility of moderation is seemingly evaporating. The middle is being redrawn as enemy territory. And to those of us who are progressive, we aren't just being targeted, we're being dehumanized. It's not hyperbole to say that trans and queer folks are at risk of cultural and literal erasure. This isn't a policy disagreement. No, it's an existential threat. So that all said, here's what's pulled me back into the mic. This past June, Pride, the month where we wear our truth like armor and glitter and neon signs. I saw love this June, real love, not that sappy Hallmark kind, the defiant, chosen, resilient kind. I saw strangers unite to become family. I saw allies take risks. I saw kids dance like no one told them they couldn't. And I felt it stitching me back together. In every hug, every chant, every queer elder offering a smile to an LGBT kid on their first Pride. It just reminded me, we're not done. This community is a gorgeous mess of both joy and protest and rhinestones and rage. And it saved me. It always does. That's why I'm here again, behind this mic and camera, because this faith, this hope, it's not theoretical. It's real. I lived it. We lived it. Now, I want you to know, even I get scared sometimes. Not every day, not every time, but sometimes it hits me like a cold wind in the middle of the night. I worry about being targeted. I worried about being silenced, about the next attack that will come in the name of freedom. But it's really about control. And even when I'm smiling, when I'm dressed to the nines, doing my little wrist store magic, I feel the weight of that fear setting somewhere behind my ribs. Because this is a dangerous time to be politically progressive. This is a dangerous time to be a member of the queer nation. And it is definitely a dangerous time to be openly transgender in America. But here's where I pivot. Not out of naivete, not out of denial, but out of something deeper. I believe in the long story. I believe in the arc. I believe the balance of the universe, not necessarily karma in a tit-for-tat kind of way, but in a cosmic insistence that cruelty can't hold the mic forever. Hate can be loud, but it burns out fast. It consumes everything, even its followers. And you know what doesn't burn out? Love. Love adapts. Love gets crafty. Love finds its loopholes. It builds networks. It bakes and it shares casseroles. It makes hand-painted signs. It loudly testifies in hearings. It holds hands together at protests. Love transforms trauma into community and resistance into legacy. And look, those MAGA and fascist cult members, they're loud, but they're also quite short-sighted. They don't plant seeds. They light fires and expect them to grow something. But fire devours. It never builds. They think they can erase us, legislate us away, frighten us into silence, But every time they try to bury us, they forget they're actually planting us. Look at the recent Pride March in Hungary, in a far more oppressive country than ours. Well over 100,000 LGBTQIA protesters and allies sent a firm, defiant, and highly visible message to Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Just another example of how this community doesn't stay underground. We sprout, we bloom, even in impossible places. Now, I realize it's hard to have faith right now. I know it feels like the scales may be tipping in the wrong direction, but history, like the universe, insists on an equilibrium. It's a symptom of something, this backlash. Our visibility, our momentum. That's what's terrifying to those folks, because joy is contagious and authenticity, it can't be outdone. So, we hold the line as we hold each other. We get angry, but we don't let anger become the architect of our hearts. We create, we show up, we refuse to disappear, because that's our birthright, not invisibility, but radiance. And maybe, just maybe today, all you can do is breathe and survive. I'm here to tell you that's okay. That's enough. It's in its own form resistance. And like I said at the top, I need to be reminded too. This isn't just me talking to you. It's me also trying to remind myself that I'm not alone in this moment, and neither are you. Yes, the fear is real. Yes, the danger is real, but so too is the love. So too is the future. So too are we. Yep, we're still here. We're still rising, and I still believe somehow, maybe not neatly and maybe not quickly, but somehow the universe is tilting back towards justice. So hold on. Even if it's by just a thread. We're not done. We're not even close. And that's my perspective.